Hello, Yankees fans. Today we are diving deep into everything happening with the New York Yankees as the offseason kicks off and the team starts to shape up for the next season. There's a lot to unpack, from emerging prospects to offseason moves and the ongoing debate about the manager's performance. So buckle up because this is going to be a detailed look at what could define the Yankees' next chapter. Let's start with Spencer Jones, one of the players who has sparked the boom or bust conversation among analysts and fans alike. Spencer is the kind of talent that can light up the field with raw power, the type of player who could deliver awe-inspiring home runs that get the stadium buzzing. Yet, with that kind of potential, there's always the flip side, the strikeouts, the moments of inconsistency that make you question whether he can truly sustain the level of performance expected at the highest level. Baseball America has put him on their radar as one of the top 10 prospects who stood out in the fall, a sign that scouts see something extraordinary in him. The question for the Yankees and their fans is whether he will fully realize that promise or if the volatility that comes with his game will hold him back. His trajectory is something everyone will be watching closely as the team considers how he fits into the bigger picture moving forward. Meanwhile, the Yankees' offseason checklist is far from complete. There are still decisions to be made regarding key players, including whether to bring back Cody Bellinger or explore other options to strengthen the roster. Pitching, both in the rotation and the bullpen, remains a critical area that the front office is looking to address. The team is aware that to improve on last season's results, significant moves are necessary, and the coming months will be pivotal in shaping a roster capable of contending at the top of the American League East. The Yankees management has a busy few months ahead, balancing the need for reinforcements with the expectations of a fan base that demands success and a return to the championship standard that has defined this organization for decades. Adding another layer to the offseason puzzle is the competition within the division. The Red Sox have already made early moves, including acquiring pitcher Sonny Gray, signaling their intent to challenge the Yankees once again. Boston has not finished their roster adjustments, and their proactive approach could make the upcoming season even more competitive in the AL East. The Blue Jays remain a factor as well, creating a three-team race that is bound to produce high drama once the season kicks off. For the Yankees, staying ahead of these moves requires careful planning, shrewd acquisitions, and perhaps a bit of calculated risk, as the team looks to ensure that it not only keeps pace with its rivals, but also positions itself as the favorite in the division. Then there's the ongoing discussion about Aaron Boone's tenure as Yankees manager, a topic that never seems to go away. Boone has led the team since 2018, and while he has earned respect for his ability to manage the clubhouse and work with the front office, his time at the helm has been marked by the team's inability to capture a championship. Yankees owner Hal Steinbrenner recently addressed questions about Boone's performance for the 2025 season, emphasizing that the manager's leadership is solid, but that the responsibility for the team's shortcomings ultimately lies with the players. Steinbrenner highlighted Boone's strengths in dealing with the players and making strategic decisions on the field, but the fact remains that fans are frustrated with the repeated near misses and the absence of a World Series title under his guidance. The response from fans has been mixed, but largely critical. Some have expressed outright disbelief and frustration, seeing Steinbrenner's remarks as excuses rather than accountability. Others acknowledge that Boone cannot be entirely blamed for the losses, but still question the tangible impact of his leadership, pointing to the team's pattern of underperforming during critical moments. Comparisons to George Steinbrenner's legendary hard-nosed management style have been frequent, with many fans feeling that Aaron Boone's more relaxed approach lacks the edge necessary to push the Yankees back to championship form. Despite the criticism, Boone's contract ensures he will remain in charge at least through 2027, meaning the team and the fan base must continue to navigate this ongoing debate about leadership and results. Off the field, the Yankees are balancing strategy and financial considerations. Payroll management continues to be a topic of discussion, as the organization weighs the need to strengthen the roster while keeping expenses in check. This tension between competitiveness and fiscal responsibility adds another layer of complexity to the offseason, particularly as fans expect high-caliber signings and roster improvements without compromising long-term financial stability. Each move made, whether it is re-signing a key player, pursuing a new acquisition, or adjusting the rotation, has implications both on the field and for the broader management strategy. Back on the field, the question of which players will emerge as difference makers is central to any discussion about the Yankees' future. Beyond Spencer Jones, the roster features a mix of veterans and rising stars, each with the potential to contribute in meaningful ways. Consistency will be key, as the team cannot afford to rely solely on flashes of brilliance, but must cultivate performance that sustains over the course of a long and grueling season. The balance between power, speed, pitching, and defensive reliability is delicate, and the Yankees' front office is tasked with assembling a roster that maximizes the strengths of each individual while minimizing weaknesses. The intensity of competition in the AL East means that even small missteps could have significant consequences. Every acquisition, trade rumor, and strategic adjustment will be scrutinized by fans, analysts, and rival teams alike. The pressure to not only contend but dominate is part of the Yankees' identity, and this offseason will be a defining period in determining whether the team can reclaim its position at the top of the division and compete for a championship once again. The narrative around the Yankees is never static. It evolves with each decision, each game, and each season, and the storylines for 2026 are already beginning to take shape in intriguing and sometimes controversial ways. The discussion around Aaron Boone's leadership is far from over, and it intertwines with every other aspect of the team's preparation. As the manager, Boone's choices, approach, and ability to inspire his players remain central to the Yankees' strategy, both on and off the field. How he navigates the development of young talents like Spencer Jones, manages veteran players, and responds to the pressures of a demanding fan base will be critical in shaping the trajectory of the team. At the same time, the competition from divisional rivals adds urgency to every decision, making the offseason a high-stakes period where both opportunity and risk are magnified. From the emergence of new prospects to strategic roster adjustments and ongoing debates about managerial performance, the Yankees story is one of ambition, expectation, and challenge. Fans are watching closely, eager for signs of progress and the flashes of greatness that have defined the team's history. Every move is dissected, every statement analyzed, and the pressure to perform is relentless. The anticipation for 2026 is building, with questions about player development, tactical decisions, and divisional supremacy all converging to make this offseason a crucial moment for the Yankees organization. As the offseason unfolds, the focus inevitably turns to how the Yankees will translate their plans into real improvements on the field. While Spencer Jones is generating excitement with his potential, the team must also consider the balance of the roster as a whole. Pitching remains a critical concern, as last season highlighted moments where both the starting rotation and bullpen struggled to maintain consistency. Adding depth in these areas is not just a matter of strategy, but of survival in one of the toughest divisions in baseball. Every starter, every reliever, and every tactical adjustment has to be weighed carefully to ensure that when the season begins, the Yankees are positioned not just to compete, but to dominate. Offensive production is another pressing question. The Yankees lineup has the talent to generate runs, but inconsistencies have plagued the team at critical junctures. The offseason presents an opportunity to evaluate whether returning players can regain their form or if new acquisitions are necessary to provide the spark needed to push the team over the edge. Decisions about re-signing veterans or pursuing emerging talent will have lasting implications, and the front office is under pressure to make moves that enhance not only the starting lineup, but also the depth of the roster to withstand injuries, slumps, and a long grind of a full Major League Baseball season. Meanwhile, the spotlight on Aaron Boone continues to grow. His tenure has been scrutinized intensely, and while some praise his ability to manage personalities and maintain clubhouse cohesion, others remain frustrated by the perceived lack of in-game adjustments and a championship pedigree. Boone's style, often described as calm and composed, contrasts sharply with the high-energy, no-excuses approach that fans associate with George Steinbrenner's leadership. This contrast has fueled debate across the fan base, media, and baseball circles, with every win, loss, and managerial decision analyzed for clues about the team's direction. Boone's ability to manage young talent, particularly those with high ceilings like Spencer Jones, is under a microscope, as his approach could determine whether these players fulfill their potential or fall short of expectations. The Yankees' relationship with the Red Sox adds another layer of intrigue to the offseason narrative. Boston has already demonstrated a willingness to be aggressive, signaling that the competition in the AL East is only going to intensify. The moves made by divisional rivals create urgency for the Yankees to respond decisively, whether through trades, free agent signings, or internal development. Every acquisition and strategic adjustment is influenced not only by the team's internal needs, but by the moves of Boston, Toronto, and other contenders. In a division where margins are slim, the Yankees cannot afford to lag behind, and the pressure to anticipate and counter the strategies of rivals is a constant backdrop to the front office's planning. Financial considerations are also central to the offseason. Payroll management is a delicate balancing act, with the organization aiming to remain competitive while avoiding unsustainable spending. Comment from Hal Steinbrenner regarding the ideal scenario for payroll adjustments in 2026 reflect this tension. The team must carefully evaluate how to maximize performance within these constraints, determining which contracts are sustainable, which players provide the best return on investment, and how to structure deals that allow for both immediate impact and long-term stability. Every decision carries weight, and missteps could ripple across multiple seasons, affecting not only competitiveness, but the ability to maintain a championship-caliber roster. Beyond the roster and finances, fan expectations play a significant role in shaping the narrative. Yankees fans are known for their high standards, and the pressure to win has been relentless for decades. Every offseason move, every statement from management, and every performance on the field is scrutinized through the lens of these expectations. The reactions to Hal Steinbrenner's comments on Boone's performance illustrate this dynamic, with a mix of criticism, skepticism, and hope reflecting the emotional investment fans have in the team. Balancing these expectations with practical decisions is a challenge the front office faces continuously as they navigate the fine line between ambition and reality. Player development remains a key focus. Prospects like Spencer Jones represent the future, but the Yankees also have a responsibility to nurture talent across the roster, ensuring that players not only perform, but evolve into consistent contributors. This requires careful attention from coaches, thoughtful integration into the lineup, and strategic opportunities to gain experience without being overwhelmed. The development of young talent is intrinsically linked to the team's competitive prospects, as these players can become difference-makers when managed effectively. At the same time, veterans bring stability, experience, and leadership that cannot be understated, and finding the right blend of youth and experience is a continuous challenge for Boone and the front office. The interplay between strategy, talent, and leadership creates a complex ecosystem within the Yankees organization. Every decision, from trades to minor adjustments in the bullpen, is part of a broader plan to reclaim dominance in the AL East and contend for the World Series. The challenge is amplified by the performance of rivals, the expectations of fans, and the inherent unpredictability of baseball. Even small miscalculations can have significant consequences, making precision and foresight critical components of the team's approach. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. A low hum has been rolling through baseball circles, growing louder with every passing hour, and now it's swelling into something closer to a full-blown buzz. The New York Yankees are said to have reached an agreement with Corbin Burnes, positioning the former ace as a co-pillar of the rotation alongside Gerrit Cole. Nothing is official, nothing is confirmed, but the whispers echo with unusual confidence, as though the Bronx itself is holding its breath before letting out a roar. Insiders around the league claim the Yankees have been quietly maneuvering behind the scenes, determined to anchor their pitching staff with a second unmistakable force. Burnes, long admired for his precision, poise, and the intimidating bite of his cutter, has reportedly emerged as their preferred answer. The talk suggests the front office pursued him with rare assertiveness, an approach consistent with a franchise hungry to reclaim its image as a powerhouse built on elite arms. The chatter paints a picture of a rotation that could instantly become one of the most imposing in baseball. Cole and Burnes, two Cy Young caliber leaders, would form a tandem that rivals anything the Yankees have assembled in recent memory. Scouts and analysts are already sketching the possibilities, imagining Burnes' explosive command setting the tone on nights when Cole isn't dealing, creating a rhythm of relentless pressure opponents may struggle to withstand. Of course, until pen meets paper, everything remains speculation. Some voices caution that negotiations of this magnitude can turn suddenly, that nothing in the Bronx is settled until the ink dries. Yet even the skeptics admit the rumors feel different, heavier, more deliberate, as though they're being fueled by more than wishful thinking. For now, the city buzzes. Fans tilt their heads toward every leaked hint, every anonymous comment, every cryptic remark from the front office. If the whispers prove true, the Yankees may be on the verge of unveiling a rotation led by not one, but two modern masters, an era-defining pairing that could reshape the team's fortunes before the first pitch is even thrown. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.